Good morning and welcome to an impromptu video about my latest project, a 29th scale model of a tugboat. Hopefully you'll have seen the boat in question. I'll put it, there we go. There's the boat in question. It's called the Banbury Cross, owned by Tees Towing, working on the River Tees in the northeast of England. That's the UK, of course. This particular tugboat was around in the 60s when I was an apprentice fitter at Smith Docks shipyard at South Bank, Middlesbrough on the Tees. Smith Docks, famous for shipbuilding. I saw many boats and ships launched from the slipways at Smith Docks shipyard, and the tugboats were a welcome sight on the river, and I remember them fondly. Each was slightly different. There was quite a number of the fleet with the name Cross. My favourite was the Banbury Cross. In fact, I even got occasional lifts home along the river just for the hell of it. So, as an apprentice fitter from 66 to 70, you can imagine it was character forming to see such craft doing the stuff on such a busy river, the industrial heartland of Teesside, with the River Tees allowing access to many different types of shipping. So, now we've seen the boat, why am I building it? Well, I have drones, RC cars, I even had a bait boat for fishing. So I thought I would complement the flotilla of vehicles with a marine craft. And as you know, I like scale models of the large variety, and I settled on building a scale model of the Banbury Cross. The scale evolved because I was going to base I wanted it to be larger than 24th scale, but not far from that size. I wanted it to be manageable to fit in this This trunk, which also bears significance in my life, this particular trunk travelled the world. One particular poignant journey was when it brought my late wife's family back from Canada. So, strange way to approach a project, but well, projects are built with inspiration, and my inspiration was this travel trunk that carried some of the articles of value and clothing that my late wife, as a young child, a very young child, and her family, as they travelled back from Canada to the UK. It was always going to be just a visit, but they ended up staying back in the UK, and my wife and I ended up with the trunk, and it stood on my landing at the staircase for many years. It's a lovely looking trunk, a lot of history, and I feel like it should carry on. So the task is the tugboat had to fit inside the trunk. Measuring up the dimensions and comparing it to photos, archive photos of the Banbury cross, the scale evolved to round about 29th scale. So that was the scale decided, and a little bit of background into why and wherefore. So thanks for joining me on this impromptu video where I introduce my thoughts and processes around the scale model tugboat build. If you'd like to see more of my musings and thought processes of the project, then leave a comment in the comments below and I'll be happy to oblige. Thanks for joining me.